Hello students, now in this video class we are going to discuss about 11th standard computer science chapter 3 computer organization part 3. In the previous video class we discussed about basics of microprocessor and what are the characteristics of microprocessor. Now in this video class we are going to discuss about data communication between CPU and memory. That is, we already know what is meant by CPU, Central Processing Unit. Why we need this unit? In this unit only the real process is done. Okay, so all the processing, all the calculations can be take place in Central Processing Unit. Okay, so what are the components of CPU? Can you able to remember what are the components of CPU? Arithmetic logic unit, control unit and internal memory. Okay, so now you can see how this processing unit it take the data from memory. Okay, so memory is the place where you have to store all the data in your computers. Okay, so how the data is take from the memory and how it can be process the data and how it return the result to the memory, that we discussed in this video class. Okay, the central processing unit as a memory data register and a memory address register. We studied now the black diagram of CPU. On that we just mention internal register. Okay, so there are two registers in the CPU. One is memory data register, another one is memory address register. So registers are nothing but it is used to store the data. Okay, so the memory data register keeps the data which is transferred between the memory and the CPU. Okay, so MDR, memory data register, will keep the data that is transferred between the memory and the CPU. And then memory address register is used to keep the address of the each and every instruction. Okay, so each and every data where can be stored, that address can be maintained in MAR, memory address register. And then one more special registers in CPU, that is program counter. Okay, so the program counter is a special register in the CPU which always keep the address of the next instruction to be executed. So it keep the sequence. Okay, the first instruction can be executed first and then which one is the next one? The next instruction address can be stored in this program counter. Okay, so how many registers are present in the CPU? Memory data register, memory address register, and one more special register, that is program counter. So MDR keep all the datas, MAR keep the address of the data or address of the instruction, and then program counter keep the address of the next instruction. Okay, so the arithmetic and logic unit of CPU places the address of the memory to be fetched into the memory address register. So we already know all the arithmetic and logical operations take place in the ALU, arithmetic logic unit. Okay, so arithmetic logic unit fetches the address of the memory from the MAR. Okay, memory address register. A bus, we already know what is mean by bus. Bus is a collection of wires. So bus is used to transfer the data from one place to another place. Okay, so a bus is a collection of wires used for communication between the internal components of a computer. That is, if we want to transfer the data from ALU to memory unit or ALU to output devices, if we want to transfer the data, then we can use a bus. Okay, bus is nothing but collection of wires. That wires are used for communication. Okay, so the address bus is used to point the memory location. We already know in your computer memory each and every byte is have the unique address. So based on that address only we can able to fetch the data as well as we can able to store the data. Okay, the address bus is used to point a memory location. A decoder, a digital circuit, is used to point to the specific memory location where the word can be located. Okay, so each data is an individual address. So a decoder is used to point to the specific memory location where the word can be located. That is, that particular word where it can be located, that can be specified by the decoders. Okay, the address register is connected with the address bus with provide the address of the instructions. So the address register is connected to the address bus. Okay. So data bus carries the data and then address bus is connected to the address register, that is MAR, which provide the address of the instructions. A data bus is used to transfer data between the memory and the CPU. So data bus, address bus is used to transfer the address. Data bus is used to transfer the data from one place to another place. The data bus is bidirectional. Okay, so bidirection means we can able to send the data in both direction. Okay, the address bus is unidirection. Okay, address bus is having only the unidirection. We are not able to send both the sides. Okay, unidirectional only. This is also asked in 1 marks. Okay, so the data bus is bidirectional and then address bus is unidirectional. The control bus controls both read and write operations. Okay, so you already know what is the meaning of read and write operation. There are two operations performed in the system. Okay, so the control bus controls both read and write operations. The read operation fetches data from memory and transfer to MDR, that is memory data register. Okay, so read operation transfer the data from your memory to other devices. Okay, so from memory you can fetch the data and transfer to MDR, memory data register. Okay, so now you can see the black diagram how it can be work. Okay, bus connectivity between CPU and the memory. A single control line performs two operations like read or write. Okay, so we already know if we want to do any process in your computer, the control unit must give the signal to that particular unit, whether it can be ready to work. Okay, so if we want to get a input from the keyboard, then the control unit it pass signal to the keyboard, then only the keyboard is ready to accept the input. Okay, so the same way if we want to send the information to the output unit, the control unit must give signal to that. Okay, the same way in memory we are using two operations, that is read and write. Both these operations can be performed only a single control line. Okay, so this control line can be marked by read or write operation using 1 or 0. Okay, so the wire operations transfers data from the MDR to memory data register to the memory. Okay, so see this in the CPU there are two registers is there, MAR memory address register and MDR is memory data register. Data registers carry the data and then address register is used to fetch the address of the instructions. Okay, so the control unit gives a signal to the memory whether it can going to read a data or it can be write a data. Okay, so this is a single control line. So based on this instruction, how we can specify, if we pass the input as 1, then read operations can be performed. If we pass the input as 0, then write operations can be performed. Okay, so we already know data bus is unidirectional, data bus is bidirectional, that is we can able to send data as well as we can able to retrieve the data from the CPU or from the memory. And then address bus is only unidirection, we can send address through this MAR to the memory devices. Okay, see this arrow marks is only showing the unidirection. Okay, can send the address from MAR to address bus, from this address bus the memory device fetch the data. Okay, so both the side we can see unidirectional symbol only is given, but in data bus we can able to send the data as well as receive the data. For that the arrow mark is specified by bidirectional. Okay, so is it clear? Okay, the word in the RAM has the same size. So we already discussed the different types of microprocessors. Can you able to remember 4-bit microprocessor, 8-bit microprocessor, 16-bit microprocessor is based on the word size we can classify the microprocessor into 4-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit like that. Okay, so the word in the RAM RAM, what is the expansion of RAM? Random access memory. Okay, the word in the RAM has the same size, that is number of bits, as the memory data register. If the processor is an 8-bit processor like the 8085, its MDR and the word and the RAM both have 8 bits. Okay, so 8-bit processor means the memory size is also 8 bits. Okay, if the size of the MDR is 8 bits, which can be connected with your word and the memory, which is also 8 bit size. Okay, so the MDR and the MAR, both of them is having the same size. 8-bit data means it also connected with the 8-bit address register. Okay, the data bus has 8 parallel wires to transfer data either from MDR to word or word to MDR based on the control. Okay, so the data bus is used. Now you can see the example of 8-bit microprocessor. Okay, so microprocessor 8085, how it can be perform the read and write operation. Now you can see here the data bus is having 8-bit parallel wires to transfer the data from MDR to word or word to MDR, that is read and write operations. Okay, so this control line is labeled as R/W, that is it can perform any one operation at a time. Either it can read the data or it can write your data. So which becomes 1 means read operation. So the control signal gives the signal is 1 means then it perform a read operation, or it pass the signal 0 means it can do the write operation. Okay, so now you can see the figure shows the content of MDR and the word before the read operation. Also second figure shows the content of MDR and the word after the read operation. Okay, so before read operation how the content is there, and after the read operation how the content can be changed. Now you can see the diagram. Okay, so first figure we see before the read operation, that is the content, the word is stored in the memory. Okay, so after the read operation this content is also transferred to the memory data register. Okay, so that is after the read operation. Read operation is used to transfer the data from memory to MDR. Okay, that is it can transfer the data from memory to other devices. Now you can see before the read operation the content are stored in the memory. Okay, memory 1 byte content is stored, that is 8 parallel wires are connected. Okay, see this how many bits is there? 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0, totally 8 bits is there, and 8 parallel wires are connected to the MDR. Okay, so after performing the read operation, now you can see the control signal value is 1. 1 means it can perform the read operation. So it transfer the data from memory word to memory data register. Okay, so each and every letters, every bit is transferred to MDR. So this is known as the read operation. Okay, so the read operation transfer the data bits from word to memory data register. The write operation transfer the data from memory data register to word. Okay, so if we want to transfer the data from some memory devices to your computer, then we can use a write operations. Okay, so now you can see if 5 voltage is applied at one end of your wire, the other end also can receive 5 voltage. So if you can pass 5 voltage of power in the wire, what we get, and the other end is also we receive the same 5 voltage. In the same way the buses are wires. So and the binary data are voltage. So we already know the system can process only the binary data. So what are the binary data? Zeros and ones is known as a binary data. Okay, how it can take 0 or 1? If we pass 5 voltage means it considered as a 1. If we pass 0 voltage then it considered as 0. Okay, so this way only the data can be converted to the system, and this buses can simply pass the data as voltage from one end to another. Okay, we already know what is meant by bus. Bus are the bunch of wires or collection of wires. So this buses are used for communication. That is, if we want to transfer the data one device to another device, that is internal part of the computer, if we want to transfer the data, then we can use a buses. Okay, so the buses are used to transfer the data. What are the two operations performed in the memory? Memory read operations and memory write operations. Read operation is used to transfer the data from memory word to MDR, and write operation is used to transfer the data from memory data register to the world, that is memory. Okay, so that is, we can transfer the data from some storage device to your computer, then we can use a write operation. Okay, so that's all about how we can transfer the data from how the data communication can be done between the CPU and the memory devices. Okay, memory unit. In the next class we discuss about the next topic. Okay students, thank you.